Hello folks, this video will be a strategy walkthrough for the Grand Stair instance in hard mode. Group makeup is fairly typical. We'd recommend having a tank, a healer, and a CC class. It's worth bringing along a captain for the fear cure. Many groups take a burglar along as well. The first fight in this instance is actually a boss fight. If you're reading the dialogue among the orcs as they're talking in the intro, you'll see that you're given a 10-minute timer to reach and activate the second boss, who's called Nardor, and you have to keep him from killing the devoted and knocking the run out of hard mode. Once the bridge drops, rush across it. This marks the start of your 10-minute timer. The tank will need to grab the attention of Ilskel and turn him around. Any class that doesn't need to be in melee range should keep their distance, because the boss drops an AoE fear that if not removed will heal him. Watch for the text cue of, "You will learn the meaning of terror," to signal that the AoE fear is coming. Whenever he says, "Feed me your fear," he's about to remove the fears and heal himself. The icon for the fear is pretty distinctive, so you'll know whenever it's there. Kill him quickly and move on because the clock is ticking. There's no chest to open for loot here. You'll need to head to the east. This will be to the right if you're still standing on the bridge. There are a few trash pulls along the way, including warg riders and stealth goblins. At the T intersection at the bottom of the stairs, turn right and go down more stairs. At the bottom of those stairs there are some more warg riders and a stealth goblin. Carefully make this pull, as it can be a real problem if you mess up and have to stop and res people. I recommend mezzing one or two targets if you have the ability and pulling the rest. Keep an eye on your healers during this because the warg riders will attack from range, or else warg riders will sometimes run up and attack the healers directly and interrupt healing. Kill the warg riders, but don't open any of the wooden gates to the left or straight ahead. Instead, make another right, and this will take you under the overpass you just crossed a moment ago. At some point during this transition to the next boss fight, usually during the last fight, you'll hear an audio cue which is displayed as text across your screen as well. I gash the fanatic bellows. Watch the white hand closely, my devoted. I see mutiny in their eyes. This is your 5-minute warning. There are more stealth goblins on this bridge. Kill them quickly. Beyond those patrolling around the pillar are 4 more warg riders. There is also another stealth goblin on the stairs behind them. Move fast and kill them, but be careful not to get more than your group can handle. Quickly move to the top of the stairs. At the top of the stairs there are 3 groups of mobs, 3 orcs in each group. Most of the time when you've reached this point you don't have enough time to pull and kill all 3 groups before your 10 minutes is up. One person can hug the left side and walk up the stairs towards Nardor until he starts talking. If done very carefully, they'll only pull this one group of 3. Drag them back down the stairs to where the group is waiting. It's also possible to send a burglar in to activate Nardor, and then hips whenever he starts talking. After you've started Nardor, he walks down the stairs. This means you're done with your 10-minute timer, and you can keep the instance on hard mode. Pull all 3 groups of orcs down the stairs and kill them individually, and whenever you're done, you're ready to fight Nardor himself. This fight is fairly straightforward. Nardor does a melee AoE knockback, and you can fall off the walkways in the whole instance, so a knockback off the edge is fatal. The tank can either set up with their back against the metal gate to the north, or with their back to the stairs on the west side. Other than that, he is a simple tank and spank. Once he's down, open the chests and take care of your loot. Everyone needs to loot the chests to get their medallions. Then you need to backtrack all the way back to the platform where you killed the first boss. To get there you can either retrace your steps, or you can take the stairs to the east and kill a few extra orcs. From the starting platform you'll head north across a bridge that just went down when the second boss was killed. Coming back from that fight, this is a right turn. It is the path opposite the bridge to the entrance. You'll kill a few more trash mobs and you'll reach another T intersection. There might be a corpse on the ground if you're a hunter and have the level 58 hunter quest. Just be sure to clear the area before you go ahead and click on the flashy, because you'll want to make sure you have plenty of room for the fight. He does knock back, so if you do the hunter class quest, make sure you position yourself in a place where you're not going to get knocked off the edge. After you clear this landing area, go ahead and head up the stairs, and you'll see there are 5 orcs at the top of the stairs. You'll need to clear these 5 orcs to get ready for the last boss. This can be a difficult fight. When the fight starts, the Devoted and his 2 archer adds will spawn at the top of the stairs. These adds will be immune to crowd control as long as they are close to the Devoted, and Nagash himself will be in the center of the room. There are a number of different ways to handle the archers and the Devoted. My personal favorite is to have a burglar or lore master lock them down. In this case I had 2 burglars, so I was able to lock them both down during the fight so that they weren't a problem. But you'll notice that you have to wait until the Devoted has gone far enough away from the archers to be able to mez them. Once they do that, you can lock them down, and if they break free or resist, then the burglar can just go up and melee and try to keep their attention. As long as they can keep them in that same area, they should be able to remess them once the cooldown is ready. Now, if you should happen to kill one of the archers, then they will respawn in the center, and it will be more difficult to lock them down, and they can really cause a problem for the healers if they start aggroing on and attacking the healers. Now, as far as the Devoted goes, I like to just ignore him. He really doesn't do much damage, but if you kill him, then you will knock it out of hard mode, so it's important to not kill him. He has several nasty attacks. Throughout the battle, he'll put down a fire trap on the floor that does a lot of damage. When he does this, he will say, "The fire swells for you." He also applies a nasty wound that needs to be removed quickly. The vocal and text cue for this is, "Looks like I found a break in your armor."
Looks like I found a break in your armor.
Be sure to move out of the fire when he puts it down, and to cure the wound with a pot or with a Lore Master Cure whenever he puts it on you. When he reaches around 50% health, he will start his strongest attack. This is an unavoidable AoE that damages and stuns. You will get a warning that it's coming when Nagash says, "Let the darkness crush you." This attack can do between 1,000 and 2,000 damage, so it's a good idea for healers to try to keep the group as near to full as possible so that they can absorb this hit. The only way to stop the damage from landing is a well-timed conjunction immediately after the vocal and text cue. The healer will need line of sight on both the tank as well as those managing the archers, so a good spot is near the cart by the wall. However, don't stay too close to Nagash and risk him putting a fire trap on your feet. The tank will probably find it simplest to keep Nagash in the center platform. Move is necessary to avoid fire traps. Once Nagash is under half health and begins crushing dark attacks, you will want to kill him as quickly as possible to avoid any deaths. Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for joining us for another how-to video, and good luck with Grand Stair.